Aloha, sports fans, and welcome to the immovable object that is the Maui News Sports Report. We're joined by our old friends and newcomers, the Geico Gecko and the Shrek Donkey. I'm Rob Colias, he's Bill Schindler. We're going to have a lot of fun in the next few minutes, so let's get right to it.
Contrasting styles this weekend, just like you and I, Rob, as one game was a defensive stand, the other a high-scoring matchup. And we'll first start with defense. Some lunch pail football as the Baldwin Bears beat Maui High 7-0. It was an exciting defensive game, and it really came down to one play as Baldwin takes control now, really, of Division I. It was the Jeremiah Badillo 55-yard screen pass. That was the only score of the night, Robbie, for either side.
And Bill, that was the 11th time that Badillo had hooked up with Kavela Kaieo Mata on a little bubble screen, wide receiver screen in the flat. Kaieo Mata then turned on the Jets 55 yards to pay dirt with about 5 minutes to play. It was 0-0 to that point, and just a remarkable defensive struggle.
26 consecutive wins over the Sabres for the Bears. Offensively, it was a tough night for both sides because the defenses played so well, as Baldwin's offense managed the best of the two, 263 yards, but Maui High's offense, 128 yards. Both teams, as we said, played extremely well defensively.
Baldwin's defense really stood out. They only allowed 7 first downs. They allowed 46 yards rushing on 32 carries. On the ground, Baldwin had 13 defensive stands of 0 yards or less for the Sabres. They gave up 82 yards passing, but 50 of those came on one play when Tyson Takabayashi took a pass over the middle and raced down to the Maui High 14. But you got to give credit to sophomore safety La'akea Kaho'ohanohano Davis, who made the touchdown-saving tackle, and then the Baldwin defense stiffened, and Maui High missed a field goal that would have put them on top. And, you had the feeling in this game whoever scored first was going to be really in control.
So from a lunch pail game to maybe what we should call a plate lunch game with 2 scoops rice, a 2-hour-some game to a 3.5-hour ball game up country. It was King Kekalike, 36-31 winners over the Kamehameha Warriors, and it was the first win for King K Na'ali'i since October 12th of last year. A huge win in the MIL for them. And for a while there, it looked like maybe this game would be in doubt. 37 points in the fourth quarter. You thought maybe it had been put away with Kavika Hamelin, 45 yards on the ground, a scamper with 68 seconds left. But then wait, the Warriors and Chase Newton, they score with 6 seconds left. Still not enough. And what an impressive win up country and an exciting game, Robbie.
And Bill, a game that didn't want to end. It was closer to 4 hours than 3.5, and a great victory for King Kekalike in front of a packed house on homecoming night. It's only their second win in their last 18 MIL games. Kamehameha Maui ran just a mind-boggling 82 plays. They outgained King K on the night about 360 to about 240, and it was an emotional game for them as well. I talked to interim coach Jordan Helly, and he said he felt his boys were playing for Cody Nakamura, who missed the game, suspended for 1 game. He will be back next week. But I saw a lot of flashes for both of these teams, and don't look now, but King K is on top of Division II in the second round.
Yeah, that brings us to the standings. Second round right now. We'll start with D1, though. It's 1-0 led by the Bears as they're 4-1 overall. Maui High sits at 2-3 overall in the year. In D2, as Robbie mentioned, King Kekalike 1-0 as Lahaina Luna had the bye in the second round. Overall, 1-4 for Na'ali'i. Of course, Kamehameha Schools at 1-4, and as we said, the Idle Lunas at 4-0. Next week on Friday, both games up country on the weekend. Baldwin will travel to face Kamehameha, and then of course it'll be Lahaina Luna back in action. They'll be taking on King Kekalike. And in MIL girls volleyball, the races continue to be very tight.
And Bill, in Division I and Division II, but in Division I, Kamehameha Maui 7-1. They're the 9-time defending champions. They won a 5-setter over King K this week, and King K Kaulike sits in second place at 6-2. Maui High right in the mix at 5-3. The Sabres are looking for their first state berth in girls volleyball since 2006. In Division II, as usual, a 3-team race. Seabury Hall is 6-0. Hana is 6-1, and Molokai is right there at 6-2.
Cross country is winding down, but the MIL championships and the state meet just around the corner.
And Bill, a very familiar face to Maui running fans and MIL fans in general. Dakota Grossman, 3-time state champion, chance to become just the second girl ever to win 4 state titles. She wins this week's MIL meet. She's never lost in an MIL meet in her career. She was first for Seabury Hall's teammate Allie Smith was second, and Maui High's up-and-coming youngster Brianna Yamamoto took third for the girls. In the boys' race, the Lunas continue to dominate behind their 1-2 punch of Corbin Kaikkonen and Will Thorbeck. Those two go 1-2 again, with Kaikkonen coming out on top.
Well, that wraps it up for this week's edition of the Maui News Sports Report. I'll see you on the radio. He'll see you in the paper. We appreciate you tuning in. Of course, anything you'd like to share with us, please feel free to reach out. Always a pleasure.
sports@mauinews.com, email or call my desk line at 242-6337 and send us some bobbleheads.